Industrial agriculture has a way of making simple things look complicated. They push fertilizers, boosters, tonics, and soil solutions that cost more every year, yet somehow produce weaker soil season after season. Why? Because if every gardener and small farmer knew about it, the entire fertilizer industry would lose millions. That secret is soil fermentation, the ancient practice of feeding the ground with partially decomposed organic matter that's alive, microbially active and still breaking down. Not sterilized compost, not dried manures, not chemical pellets, but fresh, biologically rich material that activates the soil's natural immune system. This is the same principle that built the black fertile earth in river valleys, old forests, and ancient agricultural terraces, and it's still the most effective way to restore exhausted garden beds today. The truth about dead compost industrial growers won't tell you. Industrial composting heats material so intensely that most microbial diversity dies off. It produces a uniform, predictable product, great for sales, terrible for soil renewal. What you end up buying is often closer to clean filler than a biological amendment. Meanwhile, ancient growers never used high-heat composting. They relied on warm, slow fermentation where microbes, fungi, and earth-digesting organisms remained alive and active throughout the process. They used half-rotted leaves, moist straw, green plant matter, fresh manures, clay dust, and kitchen scraps, all layered in thin, breathable piles that decomposed gradually. This living material didn't just add nutrients, it inoculated soil with biology. Modern industry can't sell you living microbes at scale because they die in transport, die on the shelf, and die before packaging is even sealed. So instead, they push NPK, fast results, short life, high yields, collapsing soil, and meanwhile, the ancient soils that still feed entire villages, built with fermentation. Fermented soil matter is the fastest path to regeneration. When gardeners use fresh, biologically active materials, something incredible happens. Soil structure changes faster than any fertilizer can achieve. You get, better water retention, stronger root systems, higher resilience against pests, faster nutrient cycling, softer, darker soil in every bed. The reason is simple. Soil isn't fed by nutrients. It's fed by microbes. When you add fermented material, you're feeding billions of them at once. They begin breaking down minerals, capturing carbon, building aggregates and forming the crumb structure of true fertile ground. This is the soil texture industrial growers spend fortunes trying to imitate with machinery. But backyard gardeners can do it for free, using the oldest method on earth. How ancient gardeners created fermented soil layers. They didn't turn giant compost heaps. They didn't measure temperatures. They didn't sanitize anything. Their system was based on slow, natural decomposition right on the soil surface. They gathered plant waste, manure, crushed stalks, fruit scraps, weeds, and leaves, then layered them directly on the beds in thin, consistent applications. The material was always slightly moist, never bone-dry or fully decomposed. This was the secret. The microbes were already alive and working. The soil recognized the biology instantly and pulled it downward. Earthworms fed, fungi spread, the top layer softened and slowly dissolved into the mineral soil below. Year after year, the ground grew richer, darker, and more structured, without fertilizer. This is how terraces in Asia remained productive for over 2,000 years. It's how African home gardens stay fertile through drought. It's how forest soils stay rich without ever receiving external inputs. Every modern method is simply a weaker copy. So, why does industrial agriculture hide this truth? Well, fermentation can't be patented, and microbial diversity can't be packaged reliably. It's as simple as that. You build a living soil that feeds your plants automatically, and once you've seen what that kind of soil can do, strong roots, disease resistance, flavor-packed harvests, you'll never go back to store-bought fixes again. How to start this ancient method right now. You don't need equipment or special ingredients, just begin feeding your soil with small, thin layers of fresh organic materials. Keep it moist, let biology do the rest. Your soil will change faster than you expect, and you'll understand why ancient growers trusted microbes more than fertilizers, because microbes never stop working. If you want more deep, practical gardening wisdom like this, make sure you subscribe and share. These old truths deserve to stay alive.